Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I just want to give a brief intro regarding food. When I was pregnant, my idea or my plans was that I wasn't going to give my child solids until about 5 to 6 months. I wanted to try baby led weaning to see how it went, but I stopped breastfeeding at around 4 months, 4.5 months. And prior to completely stopping breastfeeding, I was substituting with formula to kind of slow down the breastfeeding. My baby was already used to having a bottle because I used to pump and breastfeed. But he didn't mind the formula, but I just noticed that he was getting a little bit frustrated. He wasn't feeling satisfied I felt that he was hungry and I would give him a bottle of formula and he would just be frustrated. And obviously my supply was decreasing, so because I was feeding less, and he just wasn't feeling satisfied with the bottle. It wasn't that he didn't like the bottle because he used to have breast milk, but I think it was just the taste of the formula, to be honest. He would slap it out of our hands, or my hands, or whoever was feeding him, and he just was irritated and frustrated. So that's why I decided to introduce purees to see how he went. If it didn't sit well with him, I was fine to stop. But as soon as I introduced the purees, it was a different child. I tried purees with him. I first just started with apple, and then the next day I would give that to him like twice a day. The next day would be carrot, for example, and then I would continue like that. The only time that I would mix ingredients is if he had already had it and didn't have a reaction. So you'd had to have had it 2 to 3 times without a reaction, and then I would mix it. So day 1 he had apple, day 2 he had carrots, all those days and throughout the whole day. And then because he didn't have a reaction to that, day 3 he can have apple and carrot. That's the example. So the reason I was so I guess strict or scared with introducing ingredients, etc., is because I had an experience with my nephew that he has a lot of allergies, he's anaphylactic, and I was the one that was introducing him some food sometimes, and it was a little bit scary for me because I had to rush to the hospital a few times. Anyway, so that's the way I did it. I had like a list of ingredients and then that he would try, and then I would just tally it, how many times that he would have it with no reaction. I tried not to give him food just before he was about to sleep. I would give it to him a few minutes after he woke up, and that's just kind of what worked. I had given him some things for baby led weaning, like the banana and with the skin so that he could hold. No, it just didn't work. He hated it. He was frustrated that he was not swallowing it. So pure as it is, and I feed him. He just preferred that. So what he does actually is he just puts his fingers in his mouth and he suckles on his fingers while he eats. I guess that's his way of exploring the food. I'm not sure, but that's kind of what works for us. So yeah, I've completely stopped breastfeeding now. He's 5 months now. He doesn't have obviously any breast milk at all. He just has the formula. He drinks a bottle before bed. He drinks a bottle during the night, and then throughout the day he has the amount of about 1 bottle spaced into 3. He just has like 2.5 ounces before his naps. It just settles him and makes him nap a bit longer. So that's it. I just want to give a little introduction on the food, and I hope you like the recipes and you have a little bit of ideas for your little ones, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Bye.